Just say whatever you think you should say.
Which
movies are going to take the top of the box office in their opening weekend in March?
Let's have a box. That didn't work out, guys. Okay, ready?
I thought it was great.
What movies are going to top the box office on their opening weekends in March? Let's have a box off.
Welcome to Flick Shtick. Today we're going to be discussing the movies that are coming out in March to theaters, North American, and we're going to see what ones we think are going to hit the top of their money. I've messed it up.
So, out of the 7 movies that are coming out in March, we are going to each choose 3 and see which ones make it to the top of the box office in their opening weekend, and then we will award points based on which ones we have chosen. If we chose them in the right spot, we get 2 points, and if we chose them in the top 3 in any spot, then we get 1 point. So, and this month, since there are only 7 movies, we are making 3 choices instead of 5 of last month. Although, I must say, half of the movies that were set to come out last month did not come out. A lot of them were pushed to different dates. Some of them maybe didn't exist at all. Who knows?
And I must say that I haven't said anything for a long time.
I like to talk.
Let's get on with it. Okay, so the movies that are coming out this month, we have...
The Batman.
Unwelcomed.
The Unbreakable Boy.
The Lost City.
Tyson's Run.
Umma, which we found almost nothing on.
And The Outfit.
So, Dana, what was your number 3 spot movie?
So for number 3, it was quite hard for me to choose. There were 2 movies that are coming out that are kind of similar. I mean, maybe not similar, but kind of seem like they're these inspirational, work your way up, kind of feel-good movies, right? So we had Tyson's Run, which is about an autistic boy who I think wants to kind of connect with his dad, and he goes to run this marathon. And we have The Unbreakable Boy, which is a boy who has brittle bone disease and autism, and it looks like there wasn't really a real trailer on it, but possibly it's going to be just an inspirational story, see how he gets along at school, at home, and whatnot. So I did end up picking The Unbreakable Boy in the end, because it has Zach Levi in it.
And I think, so both those movies look really good. Mm-hmm. And I think the unfortunate part is The Unbreakable Boy looks it looks like a very cute, feel-good movie. The other one, Tyson's Run, feels more like empowering, whereas The Unbreakable Boy, for the small little bit we saw from it, seems like it's just a cuter movie of maybe learning to be okay with self. Right? With limitations or not, right? Whatever your thing is, just be okay with yourself from the very little bit that we got.
Right.
I feel like The Unbreakable Boy would have been much better on my list, but we saw nothing for it.
Had we seen a full trailer
so I can't even judge it. I can't even say who knows about this movie. Probably nobody.
Right.
It might not even come out in March. Who knows?
But I think about like movies like Wonder that came out that people loved. They wanted to, I know it was based on a book, but they loved it and they wanted to go and see it. It was heartwarming. It was funny. It was cute. And so that, and plus with Zach Levi's rise in stardom with, oh my gosh, and with Zach Levi's rise in stardom with Shazam, he's more of a well-known name. So that's why I picked that for number 3.
My number 3 is I picked The Outfit. Everybody loves like a crime, mob, murdery, kind of, it looks like you got to figure out who's in on it. It's a bunch of different groups that are all kind of intertwined, looking for the same thing in one tiny shop. I think there's going to be twists where somebody is involved that you don't know is. For sure. So, and there seems to be investigations from a police officer looks to be kind of looking into things. Basically, yeah, it looks like a really good crime kind of mystery movie, and I think it'll do really well. Although I only recognize 2 of the actors in it, and I don't know their names. I'm sorry, I'm not that good at movies.
I didn't recognize any, so.
But it looks super good, so I'm kind of pumped for it.
Awesome. So the rest of the video is going to be very unexciting for the box off scoreboard, but we've both chosen the same for number 1 and number 2, and you won't be surprised at all. Well,
No, if you've seen the trailers that are coming out this month, I think you'd agree. The Lost City is our number 2, and it's a fantastic looking movie with very big actors, lots of comedy. It has Sandra Bullock, it has Channing Tatum, and it has Harry Potter. I mean, and I can't remember his name. Daniel Radcliffe, who normally I wouldn't say is a really good actor, but lately I've loved the things he's in. He was in Swiss Army Man, fantastic, kind of indie. He was in Guns Akimbo, which was not a big movie, but man, is he fantastic in these movies now. I love his stuff. I would absolutely add it on here. Looks hilarious.
Well, then Brad Pitt shows up in the trailer. Hilarious.
Brad Pitt with super long hair and stuff.
Flowing locks.
Yeah, he still looks good for 80.
And I mean, like, with Jumanji, it kind of has that kind of same Jumanji feel. And I love those movies. They're so fun. Like the old one too, but the newer Jumanjis. Adventure, comedy, maybe jungle. A bit of romance. Like, they're just missing The Rock.
Yeah, because...
Hey, Rock, where are you in the jungle?
Yeah, I mean, he was in the last one on Red Notice, which this one seemed like to me. Same good comedy, jungly stuff, looking for treasure of some sort. So if you liked Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds and... Gal Gadot, I think, is in it, and The Rock. Fantastic movie. This one's going to look just as good, just 3 different characters. You got Channing Tatum as the big guy, Daniel Radcliffe as the little Ryan Reynolds guy, and you got Sandra Bullock instead of Gal Gadot. I mean, this is a hit for sure. And
I think a lot of them, for me, a lot of the comedies that have been coming out lately are those vulgar, over-the-top, ridiculous comedies. Like, I think... Melissa McCarthy is so funny, but it's just her characters are too over the top now, and that's not my kind of comedy. So this
when she came out,
like it's fantastic.
When she came out, she was better. Now she's more over the top, like you said. She's more even in her comedy style. It's not the right thing. Anyways, and the number 1 movie is obviously
the Batman.
It has to be. Yep. I mean, there's no way it's not. This looks like the best Batman. Personally, this looks like the best Batman story. I'm not talking about Battinson as Batman. The story itself, he actually looks like he's more of an investigator, a private eye, which is kind of more of what he is in the comics. He does investigate things. In the other ones, it was just bad guy, go get him, bad guy, go get him. This one's different. Young Batman we haven't seen in the theaters before. Looks great.
I mean, I think people are really just excited to see it. I'm personally not a huge Batman fan. It's a little on the dark side for me. I've seen a lot of the movies and I think they're fantastic, but I'm not always rushing out to go and see them. I kind of wait, and then if someone else is like, hey, let's watch this Batman movie, I'm like, okay, let's do it.
And this one has such a good darkness. This one is so dark, so different, right? This is a revengeful Batman. I think it's going to be the top for sure. Regardless of how you feel about Batman, this is going to hit the top.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to also be the best Batman that ever existed.
You think Robert Battinson is going to be?
I think Battinson is going to be the next Batman. He's the next thing.
All right.
So, better than Batfleck. Sorry, Ben. So for points, last month we were going to make a short for that and show you guys what our guesses were and how close we are. The month isn't over as we're filming this, so you'll see that soon. So pay attention. And that's how we're going to do it kind of moving forward. We're always going to add a short for our points on the month. And then we're going to add this at the beginning of the month. So that will come after the first of the month.
So then you can see who won the previous month.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been you. We'll see.
I think you're right. If you disagree with our top 3, go ahead and let us know in the comments down below what your top 3 for the month would be. And if you do agree, just say, yeah, thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Don't be a stick in the mud.
Flick that subscribe button.
And we'll see you next time.